If there's any advice that I'm going to give you that's going to help you from this day moving forward, is let your thoughts, your words, your actions be geared towards being happy, and tell yourself, I am content, I am happy, I am at peace with who I am at this time. Most of all, I am grateful for where I am, who I am, what I am doing, what I have. It might not be perfect, but I am happy. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hey girl, my name is Lucy. I always say to stay subscribed. We have a good time on this channel. Now, as already seen by the title, today's video is going to be how to be emotionally intelligent. Well, how to be an emotionally intelligent woman. I think since last year, actually, I've been wanting to make this video, but I felt like I wasn't mentally ready yet to talk about emotions and emotional intelligence. I just felt like I needed to get to a certain point in my life before I sit down and talk about emotions and controlling emotions and dealing with emotions, especially as a woman. Because to be honest, when I make these videos, I actually gauge, and there's so many videos that I could possibly make, but I always want to be true to myself. I want to be real with myself, that when I'm speaking to you guys about these things, I'm actually at a certain point in my life that I am, should I say, qualified to talk about a particular topic. So I just don't make videos just because. Most of the time I can't speak on a topic just because I haven't quite gotten to that level, if that makes sense. And also I wanted to give you guys, you know, kind of like more than 5 ways you could control your emotions, and to get to that point I needed to experience life just a little bit more, okay? But anyway, you guys know I like to talk a lot, so let me just stop myself and let's just get right into the video. I already gave you guys a little bit about emotions in a lot of videos and how emotions can literally break you as a person. Emotions are just the hardest to deal with in every human being, be it a man or a woman, a boy, a girl, a child. Oh my god, emotions can drive you to a deep dark part in your life and in other people's lives that you can never, or you could never imagine even getting there, if that makes sense. And if you're the kind of person that doesn't know how to control your emotions, the kind of person that doesn't really understand emotions and how they work, you're dead, you're gone, you're finished. I used to fear emotions so much. Oh my god, I used to fear emotions so much because I didn't like how they kind of drove me, how they kind of manipulated me, if that makes sense. Because I'm speaking about emotion as if it's a person, because to be honest, sometimes the way emotions drive you, it kind of feels like there is someone literally pressing the button. Because one minute you're saying you know exactly what to do in that situation, the next minute emotions just go from 0 to 1000 and you're doing something completely opposite from you, from your person, from your character, from what you were taught, from all the knowledge that you've acquired as a human being. Emotions are literally the scariest. In every aspect of life, emotions just drive us as human beings to be someone completely different from who we're destined to be, and that could be very, very dangerous for you as a person. The ways I'm going to recommend that you're able to manage your emotions can work every aspect of your life. I have 10 ways written down on my notepad of how you can deal with your emotions. Honestly, this is the way that I deal with mine, and I'm hoping strongly and praying that these ways that I'm going to share with you in this video actually helps you, because emotions, my sister, Lord God of mercy. My first way, or my first tip, is to see yourself as the master of your emotions. If you let emotions take control of your life, it will take control of your life completely, and it will keep that way for as long as it has the power to. See yourself as, this is my body. I'm the human being that they put these emotions inside, not the other way around. See yourself as you have control over your body. What goes in, what comes out, I control my body. I control how I look. I control how I smell. I control how I feel. I control what I see. This is my home. This is my masterpiece. In this world, in this body, how I feel is how I want to feel, if that makes sense. So even if a situation is trying to drag me out of character, I'm going to put it on lock, because you know what? I own myself. I own my thoughts. I own my emotions. That's the first step in getting yourself back, taking control, being in control of yourself, your emotions, and your life. My second tip would be recognizing the type of emotion that you're feeling at every situation. Now, this is one of the hardest things to do, and I'm going to tell you why. Say for instance, let me give you a situation where someone hurt you or someone lied to you, right? And you probably caught them red-handed. At that moment, it is hard to tell if you are hurt, angry, in pain, or frustrated. Now that's the thing. At that moment, you'll be feeling so many emotions all at once. And the reason why people actually react in such an outrageous manner in situations like that is because they can't understand what they're feeling at that time. You can't recognize it. You can't put one emotion at that very moment what you're feeling. The best thing to do, I mean, to be honest, me before today, I wouldn't even give a care in the world what I'm feeling at that time because someone lied to me. Someone that I cared about or I care about lied to me. They broke my trust, loyalty, whatever. So that will be my thought. So whatever they see, I expect them to take. Do you understand? Like whatever my reaction is, this is the old me though, I would expect them to take it. But me now, the new and improved Lucy now, I like to understand what I'm feeling before I react, and I like to react according to what I'm feeling. That same thing I'm going to recommend. Recognize what it is that you're feeling at that time. So the case of when someone lied to you and you caught them, ask yourself, am I angry? Am I frustrated? Am I hurt? Am I in pain? Sadness? What do I feel at that time? Most probably it's hurt, but our reaction without being emotionally intelligent is usually anger. Sometimes it depends on the kind of person that you are. You yell, you know, kind of destroy everywhere. That is a reaction of anger. Do you get what I mean? To better know what your reaction should be in every situation, try and recognize what your emotion is at that very moment. You name it as hurt, you name it as sadness, you name it as jealousy, right? Act accordingly to that emotion. That way, the reaction is appropriate for the situation. That's where the confusion comes now when someone is saying things like, how can she be hurt about a situation but then break everywhere? That's a reaction, but that's not what she truly feels. What she truly feels inside is hurt and pain, which I know can trigger anger as well. Try to understand that in this situation I'm hurt. You know what? I should take a step back. Because if I take a step back, anger wouldn't get triggered. Calmly exit the situation or just sit down or just be quiet. So no other emotion higher than what you're feeling at that time, which is pain and hurt, is triggered. Third one, which is my favorite one from this entire list, is learn the act of silence. I have spoken about silence on my channel. I think I have like 3 or 4 videos and I'm going to keep making those because I think one thing that has really helped me so much in my life, improving and understanding myself, is silence. Oh my God, speak only when you are required to. So in so many situations, the best response or reaction is silence, at least at that initial stage. Silence will help you control what you're feeling at that time. I have tried this a million times and you guys, it works. I could be in an uncomfortable situation, and typically for anyone who doesn't really know how to handle their emotions, if they are put in that situation, they will literally explode. But the moment I am quiet, I control the situation better. Most of all, I control my emotions better. The situations don't even need to get out of hand because of my silence at that initial stage. Obviously, whatever the situation is, at the end of the day, you resolve it, you talk it out however you want to talk it out, right? But at that initial stage, silence, especially when the other person is talking, especially when the other person already feels any type of emotion. At that moment, I feel like your reaction should be silence. You will be a very powerful woman if you master silence in your life. Fourth one, channel your emotions. So you guys, let me teach you this. Using that same situation that I used earlier where I said somebody lied to you, right? At that moment, you might be feeling pain, hurt, you know, anger, which obviously was triggered by the pain and hurt, right? Channel those emotions somewhere else. Listen, that might be the hardest thing to do because at that time, you're feeling let down. The world just, crumbles right before your very eyes, right? Channel that emotion to something else. Most especially if you know that you're the kind of person that you have a drastic reaction when you feel anger or pain. Think of anything that could literally calm you down at that time. I'm saying this again, especially when you know that you have a drastic reaction naturally. Channel your thoughts, channel your emotions at that very time to something else. If you need to think about pineapple, think about pineapple. If you need to think about lipstick, think about lipstick. I know this is the most difficult thing to do, and that's the reason why we're talking about emotions, because emotions are the most difficult things, and I know how this might sound, but at that very moment when you're feeling what you're feeling, sis, channel those emotions to something else. Get your mind off it. In any situation, take those emotions that you're feeling, pass it to something else, change it to something else. Switch your thoughts, channel it. So if you're feeling anger and pain, and at that very moment, you know, you already dealt with it by silence, and let's say you walked out of the situation. When you get home, you're feeling obviously bad, let down, hurt, pain, you might cry, all that kind of stuff. I know at what you feel for like the first couple days, weeks, whatever, is just pain and hurt. Channel all of that. If it's to channel it to work. Channel it to do something meaningful and productive with your life. If you need to run on the treadmill for 2 days straight, do it. I remember when I started working on my emotions, and this is so funny. I had 2 ways to channel my emotions, especially when I was angry. I like to cook and clean. So trust me, when I'll get so mad, when I would feel like terrible, I'll just be like, you know what, I'm gonna cook myself something. I have a lot of these food pages on Instagram, and I'll just go there, pick different meals, go to the store and just cook. I swear, I just start cooking. And then some other days where I feel like, oh, I don't have the strength to cook, I'll just start cleaning. I don't care if the house is clean, it's spotless. I'll just start cleaning, mopping, vacuuming, doing everything. I channel those, and by the time I'm done, I'm exhausted. I just sleep off and I'm calm. My mind just completely goes off of what I was feeling initially. Channel those emotions to anything that makes you feel good, that takes your mind off it. Channel those emotions. 5th one, learn new concepts. Now, this one is very important as well, and let me tell you the reason why this is important. We are humans. We are not perfect. We are sometimes stuck in our ways, or our ideas, assumptions, thoughts of what life should be, what situations should be, what a certain person should be like, what humans in general should be like. Each and every one of us have our opinions, our thoughts, our ways, right? And sometimes when somebody or something isn't as we expect or imagine it to be, it triggers emotions, right? Different types of emotions. Disappointment, for instance, is one of them. Disappointment and frustration. Those are kind of emotions you feel when something or someone isn't just the way you imagined them to feel, right? Now, think about it this way. Have you ever thought of it as maybe their own way that doesn't match with my way or your way is also okay? The fact that it doesn't match with my way or your way doesn't make it wrong. You don't have to kick them in the head for them not being the way that you expect them to be, but just learn and understand their way, because it could also be right. You could bake a cake different ways. We all have our different recipes, right? Think about it like this. This person might be moving weird, but is it really weird? Or am I just the one that doesn't understand how they move? Just know what I mean. When things happen to you, you'll be able to dissect every situation and follow them accordingly, rather than just be in confusion and hurt all the time. Because if you don't understand something, it'll only bring you pain. So if you understand, if you're open-minded, if you see things from different perspectives and angles, it'll be easier for you to handle it. There'll be no need for any type of outburst of emotions. 6th one, motivate yourselves. And this is mainly towards negative emotions, right? When you're feeling negative emotions, it's really hard for you to kind of pick yourself up and get it going. Let me tell you what that does. It triggers another heavier emotion, and you dwell in it, then it triggers another one. You dwell in it, then it keeps going. When you have that thing of motivating yourself and picking yourself up, no matter how deep you are falling into that deep dark hole, whatever you're feeling at that time, you're still able to control it, motivate yourself, kind of uplift yourself from that situation. It doesn't matter how sad you feel. If you have that strong will to always drag yourself out of it, you will drag yourself out of it when the time comes. I always talk to myself a lot. So when I start feeling things, I'm like, girl, what are you feeling? Okay, hold it down, name it. Yeah, this is how you feel. Do I want to dwell for 5 minutes? Now I think I've gotten to that point that I'll be like, no, let me indulge for 5 minutes. And I just sit down for 5 minutes and I'm just like wallowing in the emotion and just like getting deep and absorbing. And then after 5 minutes, I'm like, okay, the time is up. On to the next. Motivate yourself at any point in time. The emotions will become your slave. 7, self-care. You guys know I talk about self-care a lot on my channel because I feel like I need a crown. You see me and self-care, our lives are like this. I love self-care more than I love myself. Self-care, because self-care has done me nothing but good in my life, especially in the last 2 years. Oh my God. A lot of healing, a lot of growth, a lot of progress has been as a result of self-care. I chose myself. I chose myself. I took power and charge of my life. You can't tell me nothing. This doesn't mean that I don't feel things. I do feel things, but I choose to just drink a wine over it. I choose to sit down in a tub and watch a Netflix movie just because, you know what? I cannot come and kill myself. The fact that somebody is not being true to me, someone hurt me, I'm not telling that I'm not going to feel it. But yeah, I'll feel it. But you know what? I'm still going to pamper myself regardless, because that makes me feel good. Whatever self-care means to you, do it. That will help you put your emotions in check. If you're feeling a type of emotion and you're like, okay, you know what's gonna make me feel better? Ask yourself that question. What will make you feel better? Whatever will make you feel better, as long as it is not something very stupid, do it. As long as it's self-care, do it. 8th one. This one is quite new to my routine. Pretty much just sealed my journey when it comes to controlling my emotions, and that is meditation. I recommended an app to you guys, Better Me app. I love that app and I'll still recommend it if you're, you know, learning to meditate and all that. I used to struggle with meditation because I just couldn't concentrate. My GP will always tell me, like, you know what you need, because I would have constant headaches, my mind would just be racing, my heart would be racing, all this, and then I would go to the GP and be like, oh, are you sure I'm not dying? But like, no, you're stressed, just relax. You know, a lot of emotions get triggered when you're stressed as well. So I strongly, highly recommend meditation for every woman. Like, it will calm your soul. Emotions in women, you know, are spiked. It is always spiked. Meditation just helps you relax. It calms you down. It eases off your stress, whatever emotion you're feeling. Like I told you, in the Better Me app, they have different breathing exercises for anger, for pain, for jealousy, for envy, for all this. They have all of it in that Better Me, and I'll still recommend. I'm going to link it in this video as well, so you guys can check it out. But also, there are a lot of apps out there that help you, you know, kind of guide you through meditation and all that stuff on a daily basis. I'll definitely recommend, because it has helped me so much in breathing, in controlling my emotions, you know, stress, especially stress. Oh my God, it has helped me so much. So I definitely recommend meditation. 9th one is easy to say but hard to do, which is always hold on to happiness. I say it's hard to do because it's easy for someone to just say, oh, think of something good and always be happy. Let your primary goal be happiness. Yes, we all say we want to be happy, but when you're faced with certain situations where your emotions are running wild, it is hard to tap into that happiness hormone that you have in your body. If there's any advice that I'm going to give you that's going to help you from this day moving forward, is let your thoughts, your words, your actions be geared towards being happy. Shake yourself out of it and tell yourself, I am content, I am happy, I am at peace with who I am at this time. Most of all, I am grateful for where I am, who I am, what I am doing, what I have. It might not be perfect, but I am happy. That's also one way to manifest good things into your life. When you tell yourself these things, when you speak life into your own life, you basically turn your life around without you knowing. Open your mouth and tell yourself, I choose happiness. Every morning that you wake up, you tell yourself, happiness is for me. I don't care what might be coming today to meet me, to change what I feel right now, but all in all, whatever happens, I'm going to choose happiness. Choose happiness. No matter what you feel, always choose to be happy. The 10th one, which is the last one on this list, is to mind your business. Let me tell you, sometimes some of the situations that we get into is because we go out looking for things that are not looking for us. Sometimes you might be things that you are involved in, but then you're trying to dig deeper than what it already is. Or sometimes you're trying to insert yourself into situations that you don't have any business inserting yourself into, or God has not called you to insert yourself in. You go and do that. Then that triggers a whole ton that triggers emotions that you cannot handle. Mind your business. Mind your business. When you mind your business, the kind of peace and happiness you have in your life, you will not even be dealing with emotional struggles. Stop reaching out to things and dragging from different energy just to fill up yourself. Don't do that. Mind your business. Now that's pretty much everything that I have for you guys in this video. I hope I was able to break things down at least a little for you guys to understand, follow, and actually take in your life. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Okay, so follow me on Instagram if you're not following me. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.